That's Hashem. We're doing Parashat Balak. We spoke about Chukat. This week is Balak. In Parashat Balak, there's something very interesting. The Gemara says, "Lo kam beYisrael keMoshe od." Never since the time of Moshe Rabbeinu were the prophet like Moshe Rabbeinu. Why? Moshe Rabbeinu was a different prophet from all the prophets. Moshe Rabbeinu would speak to God, panim el panim. Means the rest of the prophets, when they want to communicate with Hashem, it's only at night when they're sleeping. And they have a vision. Chezyon Laila, ken? And in the vision, they see a hiddah. They see a riddle. Right? And they have to figure out in the morning what's the riddle all about. Means what exactly this mean? Like exactly, if I say, it says in the one of the Nevi'im, Ma ata roeh? Ma ata roeh? Okay? So he told them, Makel shaked ani roeh. I see like a stick, a branch of an almond tree. Do you know what it means? No, I don't know what it means. So he told them, almond tree grows very fast. So it's going to be some signifying something is coming up very fast. So the Nevi'im, the prophets, when they used to see something in the dream, not always they understood. At the end of the day, they would understand exactly what the dream means. But it took time to figure out. Moshe Rabbeinu panim panim, like in the middle of the day. And what's special about Moshe Rabbeinu, at night he wouldn't have prophecies. At night, no prophecy. Hashem would speak to him only during daytime. And during daytime, he would go and ask Hashem, okay Hashem, what does it mean? What do I do? Like we find in the daughters of Tzlofchad, the 5 girls. They're asking Nahalah, they're asking a piece of a land in Israel. So he says, wait, let me ask Hashem. He's going asking Hashem, Ken b'not Tzlofchad dovrot, Ken? The 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, when they came on Hashim, the impure people, they came and says, why? Lama nigara, we cannot do Pesach, we did the mitzvah, now we're impure. Okay, wait, let me ask Hashem. Hashem Pesach Sheni. Moshe doesn't wait. Panim el panim. Right? Lo kam beYisrael keMoshe od. We never had, and we're never going to have someone like this. It's not a prophecy. The patriarch, it's not a prophecy. The avot. They are the pillars of the nation. And Hashem talked to Avraham, and Hashem talked to Yitzchak, and Hashem talked to... But it's not a prophecy. Navi, right? So that's what the Gemara says. En avot ela shlosha. Patriarch, we have 3. Moshe Rabbeinu is a Navi. He's not a patriarch. Zelo av. Okay? Each one is level. So the Gemara continues by saying, Lukam beYisrael keMoshe od. We never had somebody like Moshe Rabbeinu. Aval be'umot ha'olam, in the nations of the world. Come, there is somebody like this. Mize Bilam HaRasha. Okay? Bilam HaRasha. He was a prophet of the nations of the world, right? And he had the same powers as Moshe Rabbeinu. The only difference between him and Moshe Rabbeinu, okay, was the following. Moshe Rabbeinu would have his prophecy at daytime. Bilam would have his prophecies at night. Only at night. Nofel uglu enayim. He cannot be standing when he's talking to Hashem. Why? Because he didn't do Brit Milah. You cannot talk to Hashem if he didn't do Brit Milah. So Hashem told him, I cannot talk to you. You are Arel. So you have to sleep. You have to be in a state of sleeping. You have to lie down because I cannot come to you to talk to you. Okay? So in the parasha, if you look at Parashat Balak, towards the end, means 3/4. The story is, there's a nation called Moab. The king of Moab, Balak, is hiring Bilam. He wants to curse the Jewish people to take them away from him, right? And Bilam is telling him, right, in the beginning of the parasha, if you look at the beginning, he sent messengers. What did he tell the messengers? Linu po alayla. You have to sleep overnight because God speaks to me only when I'm sleeping, only at night. So twice he told them sleep overnight. Okay? Then when he got to Balak, okay, he told them, you know what? I'm going to try. I don't guarantee, but I'm going to try to speak to God directly in the daytime. Never happened. But I'm going to try. Says Hashem, you know what? I'm going to reveal myself to him. Not for him. I'm going to reveal myself to him. But not for him. For the Jewish people. Why? Because every time I'm going to reveal myself to him, he's going to try to curse Am Israel. I'm going to take the kelalot, the curse, and I'm going to turn it into blessing. So therefore, I'll do it daytime. So 3 times in the parasha, exceptionally, Bilam had the prophecy during daytime. Bilam had the prophecy direct, like Moshe Rabbeinu. Hashem is talking to him. But Hashem is telling him, you're going to say what I'm going to tell you. You're not going to do what you want. Right? The reason I revealed to you, because I want to bless my children. You're going to be the one blessing my children. So he wanted to run away. Rashi said he put him like a hook in his tongue. You're not going anywhere. You're going to go say what I tell you. Because he wanted to run. He said, you're not going to run. You wanted to speak with me? I speak with you. But you're going to bless my children. So you see, so what Hashem does in the world, there's always a balance. You must have balance. Once Adam and Chava ate from the fruit they were not supposed to eat, good and bad came to the world. Before it was only good. But once good and bad come to the world, must have a balance. It has to be balanced, okay? So Hashem said, if Moshe Rabbeinu is Bekedusha, I have to have somebody in the other side, which give him the same powers, but let him choose what he wants to do. Let him choose. We're going to see soon. We're going to see soon what he's about to do, okay? But this is the balance that Hashem creates in the world. Tov vara, right? Just it's up to us to bring more good to the world and less bad, or to bring chas v'shalom the opposite, more bad and less good, or to bring equal. This is our tikkun. This is our job, right? But Hashem is giving us the choice. But He's telling us, I created balance. It's up to you now to take it over. So now let's see something. In the beginning of Parashat, there's an interesting Rashi. Rashi says Balak, he wants to hire Bilam. Why? To curse the Jewish people. Lama to curse. Why do you want to curse the Jewish people? He's scared. Vayagor Moav. He's scared. They're about to come into his territory. Right? Though Am Israel told them, we're not going to do nothing. We just want to pass from point A to point B, from the east side of the Jordan to the west side, through your country. We're not going to go left or right. We're going to go straight. B'derech HaMelech. He was scared. He said, no, I don't trust that. Why? Because just before that, they went through the city, the region of Sichon, right? Heshbon, Sichon. And Sichon fought with them, and Sichon was protecting Moab. They paid taxes to Sichon to protect them. And now Israel eliminated Sichon. So now he's scared. He has no one to protect him.
And the Amaleki also.
Everybody, they got rid of everybody. Now we're about to see the end of the 40 years. Like this story is at the end of the 40 years. So what happens now? Balak is scared. So he's going to hire a person who cursed him. Bilam cursed Balak, right? Not Balak directly, his king. What happened, Sichon, who was protecting Moab, he had a fight with Moab. And what happened was, Sichon saw he's not winning because Moab was in a city called Heshbon. And Rashi says, if you would fill up Heshbon with flies, with little flies, you wouldn't be able to conquer the city. The city was so strong, you wouldn't be able to conquer the city. So when Sichon, he saw he's not able to conquer, he went and he hired Bilam. And he told him, how much you want? Curse me this city so I can be able to win them. He cursed the city, Sichon was able to defeat the city. He threw out Moab out of the city. He settled in the city, and then he submitted Moab to pay taxes to him. He says, okay, I'm going to defend you, but you have to pay taxes. Balak, which is from Moab, it's not from Moab, from Midian, he's doing the same tactic. He's about to hire the one who cursed the city, Heshbon. Who is it? Bilam. He tells them, Yadati, I know, et asher tevarech mevorach, vet asher ta'or you are. I know that when you bless somebody, he's blessed. And I know when you curse somebody, he's cursed. So that's why I'm calling you. But I want from you a favor. What's the favor? I want for you to curse them, the Jewish people. But one second. I don't want to eliminate them. They don't bother me. I just want to make sure they don't come into my country. That's it. So just curse them that something should happen, they shouldn't come to my country. That's what he wants. That's all. So Bilam comes and he says, I don't know if God is going to let me do that, but let me ask God, because this is the children of God. Before Heshbon, Sichon, Moab, Midian, I don't care. But now I'm about to curse the children of God. I'm not going to mess up with God, you know? So let me ask him permission. So he's asking permission of God. What do you want to do? He says, no, you know, they hire me, they want me to curse. But Rashi says, one second. What did he tell you? He told you to curse them, okay? He told you, Lecha ara li. In the Torah it says ara. Ara means curse them in a light way, just to take them out of my region, of my country. Bilam, when he's addressing to God, he says, Lecha kava. Kavali means, I want to curse them to the core. He wants to eliminate them. Rashi says, Makara. He didn't tell you that. Mikan, Rashi says, our sages, when they learned the Torah, Mikan lamadnu, we learned that Bilam used to hate the Jewish people.
More than Balak.
More than Balak. Balak didn't hate us. Balak was scared from us. So he just wanted to get rid of us. But Bilam, he hated us.
Why?
תכף נסביר why. Where do we find in history, where do we find in the books till now? We're already in the 4th book. Where do we find an encounter or something that happened with the Jewish people, Bilam? You know where? Mitzrayim. What happened in Mitzrayim? He was one of the 3 counselors of Paro. Yitro, Bilam, Eov. Eov, when Paro says, okay, what do we do with the Jewish people? How do we eliminate them? Because one day they're going to take over the country, you know? Eov, I don't know. I'm here to listen. Yitro, Barach. What? You want to kill children? You want to kill people? I don't like them, but I'm human, you know? I'm not, what are you going to do? Why? Why kill people? What did they do? They're helping the country. Why? Because you're afraid? Ran away to Midian. Bilam, he says, no, I'll give you an advice. You eliminate you eliminate the males, no more males, no more zecharim. You're left with the girls. They have no one to marry to. They'll be obligated to marry Egyptians. First generation is going to be still Jewish, but because we go with the mother. Second, third generation, assimilation, you get rid of them. That's what they say in America today. What's going on in America? Assimilation is up to 75%. Because you have conservative, reform, you have semi-orthodox, all kinds of charwada, you know. So it's again madbucha. So it's auto-destruction. You don't have to kill them. You destroy them just by intermarriage. Intermarriage destroys them. So that's what Bilam. And then he says, you know what? So let's take the babies. We throw them in the Nile. We keep the girls. Kol habat techayun. He's the one. זה הרעיון שלו, right?
איפה למדנו את זה? איפה...
רש"י.
רש"י.
רש"י, שמות, פרשת שמות. ילוד פרשת שמות.
So he put it...
He says, he asked his people, ויאמר אל עמו, he tells his people, הבה נתחכם עלו. Let's be smart, let's overcome them. And Rashi says, brings down the Midrash. Now, they come out of Egypt. Okay? They come out of Egypt. He's not happy. Okay? And he's trying now to get rid of them because he didn't succeed the first time. So he's trying a second time. Okay? This is one way to see. Why is Bilam hating us so much? We didn't do nothing. Right? But why is he hating us? This is one way to see. But there's another way to see it.
Yeah.
There is a Midrash. The Midrash says the following thing. You know, when Hashem wants to bring good to the world, or something special to the world, there's always candidates. Which means, Mishamayim, they have to choose a person. So they say, you know, there's this person. Let me give you an example. When Hashem wanted us to have a book called Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch. Like there was no Shulchan Aruch. 500 years ago, there was no Shulchan Aruch. Up to 500, there was no Shulchan Aruch. So people just remember the halacha. You know, I think you have to do this, and the other one, I heard you have to do this. You know, each one. Somebody told me this morning, he went to a place yesterday, and the rabbi didn't show up. So the people were sitting, there was like 20, 30 people over there, and they were saying, well, what are you going to do now 1 hour? We don't have nothing to do now. Then we came to a class, the rabbi didn't, maybe something happened. So he says, well, so somebody has to say Dvar Torah. Somebody started to say Dvar Torah, after 5 minutes shut down, he doesn't know anymore. So this person, they told him, but you go to Bnei Sfaradim, you probably heard something in the Kolel, תגיד לנו משהו. So he told them, are you allowed to rent something to a goy, let's say a goy, not Jewish, before Shabbat? Before Shabbat, you want to rent your car. Uber. He wants to make Uber, so you want to rent your car. Are you allowed to? He told me they stayed 2 hours fighting. But he didn't say nothing. He was sitting there like this. And one guy, yes, I heard my rabbi. The other one says, no, I read it on the internet. And the other one said, he told me 2 hours, he kept them busy. You know, he just threw a bomb. I told him, you threw the bomb. And you kept them 2 hours turning around. You know? When we get to halakha at the end. So, Min HaShamayim, they said, we must have a Shulchan Aruch. We must have a book with all the laws. On earth, היה 3 רבנים, 3 rabbis, candidates for the mission. All 3 rabbis called Yosef. All 3 rabbis, Yosef. Rabbi Yosef, maybe you're in the Shama, was it? One first rabbi, Rabbi Yosef Ibn Lev. Second rabbi, Rabbi Yosef Taitzik. Third rabbi, Rabbi Yosef Karo. All of them giants in Torah. Giants. All 3. Sfaradim. Kulam Sfaradim. Misfarad. They came from Spain.
Yeah.
And they went up to Tzfat. All 3 of them to Tzfat.
And the Rama waiting in line.
The Rama was in Europe that time.
Almost.
So they said, Mi bochrim, who we choose? Shamayim, עכשיו יש בחירות, in heaven also there's votes. At the end, all the angels, everybody agreed. Everybody agreed. Rabbi Yosef Karo. Lama, he was the most anav, most humble. All 3 of them chachamim. All 3 of them geonim. But the humbleness, Rabbi Yosef Karo. So they said he's going to write Shulchan Aruch. They send a malach. They send an angel to him. He wrote a book, by the way. It's a book called Hamagid. Hamagid. He had an angel coming every night to him to study with him. And every day we tell him Musar. Today you did this. It's not supposed to do this. Today you didn't say this. Today. So he wrote a book on the Parachat, Bereshit, and he told every day what he told him. He wrote in the book. But they chose Rabbi Yosef Karo. Okay? So the same thing in the world, when Hashem wants to send somebody for a mission, there's always candidates. Okay, there's this one. Okay? When it came to choose the person taking out the Jewish people from Egypt, there was 2 candidates. That's what the Midrash says. First one, Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu. He's not even born, but he is already a candidate. His neshama is already there, up, and they're waiting to bring it down. But there was another candidate. Who? Bil'am. Bil'am was a candidate. He was also in line to be the one taking out the Jewish people from Egypt.
You want it?
Huh?
You want
No, the Meshamayim, they said, they're going to choose him, they're going to give him Nevuah, and he's going to be like Moshe Rabbeinu. He had the same powers.
The one that he gave the idea to kill all the
Yeah.
Then he...
Oh, so the thing is, Moshe Rabbeinu, when he's born, the Torah says, his mother saw, Vataroto Kyutov, he was good. He had goodness, he had kindness, he had light around him, right? Bilam just the opposite. Bilam chose with his free will to do just the opposite. Bilam chose the darkness. Bilam was a sorcerer, mechashef. So he used to go to mountains called Arei HaChoshech. There's mountains in Africa called the mountains of darkness. And over there's all kinds of magic and sorcery, all kinds of things. He chose to go there to learn להיות מחשף. זאת אומרת, what does it mean? That was his free will. Okay, that's his free will. So they said, we're not going to take this guy. We don't need a מחשף. We don't need a bad person. We don't need a dark person. We need somebody good. Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu is going to be the one. They chose him. When he found out, מתי שהוא גילה שהוא היה candidate, and he messed it up, that's when he became bad. He says, what? I was able, you know what? If I cannot take them out of Egypt, I'll make sure they die. Some people, when they don't succeed, they have to make sure to kill the other side. I'll give you an example. Yosef is coming to Egypt, beautiful, handsome boy, 17 years old, right? He comes to a house of his mistress, Potiphar, and the wife of Potiphar falls in love with him. So the Gemara says every day she starts up with him. Go give me this, come, give me a kiss. No. Yeah. She changes her clothes 3 times a day. The Gemara says what she wore in the morning, she didn't wear in the afternoon. What she wore in the afternoon, she didn't wear. Why? Because Yosef wouldn't even look at her. He would put down his eyes. What does she do? She makes him a chain, lavdil, like they make for the, how do you call those, Rottweilers, you know? Those, no? And she told them, now you cannot put down your head. Because you have a pin over here, you're going to have to look at me. So Yosef goes like this, yeah, what do you want? Close his eyes. I don't want to look at you. He told me, if you continue this way, I'm going to poke you 2 eyes. Omer la, Adonai pokeach ivrim. God is opening my eyes. Okay? She tried, till one day, at the end of the year, and one day, she was all alone. He was there, all alone with her, right? She grabs him. Okay? She grabs him. Come on, no one is here, no one's going to know. He said, Machas v'shalom. He runs away by Azov Big Deutzla, he lives there.
Yeah.
She says, you know what? I see I'm never going to succeed with him. So if that's the case, I'm going to get him bad. She called everybody, look what he did. He came, he got undressed, he wanted to be with me. She put him in prison. Right? She wanted really to kill him. But you know what happened? She told her husband, no, he came and he was hot. She took an egg. She broke the egg and she took the white part of the egg. It looks like seminal, right, discharge a little bit. She broke it she put it on the sheet, and she kept the sheet. When her husband came, he says, look, his zera is still over here. He tried to, he got furious, he wanted to kill him. But he said, the year that Yosef was in my house, I had a bracha, out of this world. So I'm doubting what's went over here. So he said, I'm going to ask advice. He said, I'm not going to revenge him. I wanted to kill him. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to ask advice. He called Zekenim, he called old people, wise people, and he told them, look, what's my wife showing me, but I know he's loyal. What do I do? So I told him, it's very easy. We can check that. He says, how? He says, you know, the white of the egg looks like a seminal discharge. But we can check that. You take a lighter,
DNA.
you put it under the sheet, you don't burn the sheet under, you make heat. If it's seminal discharge, it's liquid. With the heat, it's going to evaporate. Nothing is going to be left. But if it's an egg, it's going to become an omelet.
Yeah. It bashel.
It bashel.
Yeah.
It cooked, and then it became omelet. He was upset because she tricked him with his wife. So he cannot do nothing against his wife. But he says, you know what? I cannot do nothing because everybody already heard about it. But I cannot revenge from him because he was good with me. So he put him in a special prison that only the ministers, you know, the white collar prison, only ministers go there. Mekom asher asirei hamelech. Only the prisoners of the king, which means the ministers, high high
Federal.
graded federal thing.
color.
White color,
White
only
color.
white colored car, only there. So, 1 second, didn't you want to be with him, and now you want to kill him? You don't care about him? Comes Rashi, and he brings us an interesting Gemara. Rashi says, why did she want him so much? Okay, it was handsome or whatever. But you see, after a while, it doesn't work. Let go. Let go. What do you want? No. She had a nevuah. She had a prophecy. She saw that she's going to have a child with him. Children with him. But Rashi says, she didn't see right. She saw something, she saw a prophecy, but she didn't see right. Because the prophets, they see sometimes, who is going to have children with him? Her daughter. Dinah. Dinah is adopted by the wife of Potiphar, right?
Dora.
Right.
Dinah Dora. From Shem Ben Hamor.
Yeah. So Dinah, not Dinah, Asnat, but sorry, Asnat. Her daughter Asnat, right? So,
Our daughter, הוא לא מבין מה זה her daughter.
כן, לא, אמר, דינה's daughter, he's right.
כן, אבל...
אסנת.
כן.
היא
אבל
הבת של שם בן חמור.
אשתו של פוטיפר.
אשתו של פוטיפר, she adopted Asnat. So she saw that she's gonna have baby, but she didn't see good because she thought she's gonna have babies, but it's her daughter is gonna have the babies, her adopted daughter, right? So she's gonna be the grandmother, the step grandmother, right? Right, step grandmother.
So who was the biological parents of Asnat?
Of Asnat, Dinah, the daughter of Yaakov.
Shem Ben Hamor.
She got abused by Shechem ben Hamor, a non-Jew.
Yeah.
She fell pregnant. She was sent to Egypt. She had a baby girl that she sent to Egypt, Asnat. And when she came to Egypt, Potiphar couldn't have children, so they adopted the girl. And she didn't know she's really Jewish, right? She grew up like this, and then when Yosef came, he's going to marry her and have 2 children, Menashe and Ephraim. But 1 second, if you see in the prophecy you're going to have children with him, right? Okay, he doesn't want, why you want to kill him now? This is when you see, when a person doesn't succeed, okay, if I cannot get it, let me get rid of it. That's not a way to do. Look at the Jewish side. Let's see it on the Kedusha. Tamar. She was the daughter-in-law of Yehuda, nachon?
Yeah.
What does she do? She's marrying dies. She's marrying Onan, his brother, dies. She wants Shelah, they don't want to give it to her. So she disguises, and Yehuda on the way sees her. He doesn't recognize her. He was together with her. She falls pregnant with 2 babies, with 2 twins, right? And then they say, what? How are you pregnant? You're not married. How do you? At that time, a lady that used to commit adultery, they would kill her.
So she's
Right?
back away.
So they said, Otziua v'tisaref. What does she say? I have a stick, I have a ring, I have a cape. I don't know. If the person that wants to declare himself, okay, if not, I'm willing to die, she said. She said she's willing to die. What do you mean you're willing to die? Just say who it is and get rid of the story. No. L'shem shamayim. L'shem shamayim. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So what? This is the difference between her and the story of Bat Paro. That's why in the Torah, the 2 stories are together, says Rashi, to show you the difference between the 2. Okay? So now, Bilam is the same thing. Oh, I was supposed to take them out of Egypt. Now, I'm not chosen for that. Okay, I'll drown their babies. I'll come to curse them. Everything just to get rid of them. Just to get rid of the Jewish people. This is the difference. And that's why he's so furious when Balak is telling him, what is telling him? No, lecha arali. I just want to curse them a little bit, just to make a detour. They should get away. They should leave me alone. Let them go to Israel another way. Just get rid of them lightly. And he comes, he tells God, no.
Kavali.
He told me kavali. God said, you want to curse my children? No way. I don't let you go. He insisted the second time. Okay, go. And then he says, you know what? I'm going to reveal myself to you in the daytime. What I never did. 3 times, and 3 times you're going to bless them. 3 times you're going to bless my children. Okay? to tell you, sometimes each one of us is on a mission in this world. Each one of us came to a mission, right? And sometimes you're trying to do certain things in life, doesn't succeed. So what does it mean? You have to break the other side, right? Like Chadashon wins a divorce, right? Chadashon, sometimes it's nice, it's calm, right? Each one understands. Maybe it's not min hashamayim to be together, you know? So each one goes on his side, each one's trying to get married, to remake his family, redo his life, right? But some divorce, man, she wants to kill him or he wants to kill her. Wow, tell me, you lived 20 years with this woman. 20 years, you have children with her, you have albums with so many pictures, you're hugging her, you're kissing her, you're in Bahamas, you're in this. 20 years after, you want to kill the same woman you're with. What kara? No, that's it. We failed. I'm going to go to uproot the whole thing. Lama, זה בלעם. זה בלעם הרשע. Didn't work out. Okay, מן השמיים. מן השמיים didn't work out. So why you have to destroy everything? Don't forget, there's children in between. There's a lot of things, right? This how it shows you when somebody is Hashem Shamayim or Hashem Shamayim. Somebody Hashem Shamayim says, okay, didn't work out. Okay, didn't work out. Okay, move on. Turn the page. A lot of people, they get stuck on a page. You know, sometimes you get a new book and the pages are stuck. Some people getting stuck on the page. They cannot turn the page, you know. Come on, move the page. Move. In life you have to move. You cannot get stuck. The Gaon Mevilna, Rabbi Eliyahu Mevilna says, whoever gets stuck in one place falls down. When you climb a mountain, if you stand, you fall down. When you climb, you must continue climbing. You're going to reach the top at the end.
Don't look back.
Right? You fall back, right?
Look back, you're gonna scare.
Keep going. This is life. Okay? So sometimes Hashem wants to give you a mission. Sometimes you're on a mission. Sometimes doesn't make a difference what. Always learn to go ahead and always learn akol Hashamayim. Okay. You did not become the one taking out the Jewish people from Egypt, but you're the prophet of all the nations of the world. 70 nations. Am Israel is one nation. You have under you, you have 70 nations, Shivim Umot. All the nations used to bow down to Bil'am. All the nations used to send them presents and gifts, right? They just wanted his blessing, his cursing people, right? איזה כבוד השם נתן לו. לא מספיק. It's not enough. It's not, גאווה. Why did Moshe Rabbeinu had the chance to take? But you don't like them anyway, so what do you care? You have good life. Stay with your life. Why do you care, right? I'll tell you more than that. So much he hated the Jewish people. So much he hated them. You probably know Onkelos, nachon? When we read Chumash, we do every Friday, or some people do it during the week, Shnai Mikra ve'echad Targum. You read each pasuk 2 times, and you read the Targum. Targum is Targum Onkelos. On this side, always, there's 2 lines over here. This is the Aramaic translation of the Torah. Onkelos wrote it. Onkelos, he was a convert. Means he was not Jewish. But for some reason, he decided to become Jewish. But he wasn't sure, yes, no. So he says, you know what? Let me ask advice. The Gemara in Sanhedrin is telling us, who did he go ask advice, you know? Bilam HaRasha. But Bilam is dead. From Bilam to Onkelos, you're talking about almost 1,000 years. Yeah, are you? No, because he's going to go to the kever and he's going to talk to him. There's ways to communicate with the dead. Medium, there's a lot of, there's ways to communicate with the dead. So what did he do? הלך לקבר שלו. Went to the... He went to the kever. He went to the grave of Bilam. No, Onkelos. He went to the grave of Bilam and he's asking him, תגיד לי, what do you think to me becoming Jewish? What do you say about this?
You're gonna get mitzvah.
Do you think it's a good thing to do? So he told him, listen, let me tell you something. I didn't believe there's Olam Haba, the next world, and I didn't believe Gan Eden. I didn't believe in all this. But now I'm telling you, I'm here. Wow, the Jewish people, You cannot imagine what God reserves for them after they come out from this world, Gan Eden. I cannot even tell you in words what's Gan Eden. What, you Gan Eden? No. Has v'shalom. He's in Gehinnom. He's in Gehinnom. Every day he's in beds. He's getting burnt and everything. He says, oh, you don't know what he's suffering. You cannot start to imagine what he's getting. Punishment. So he told him, so Onkelos told him, so what do you say, master? Should I convert? He says, why you need to become Jewish? Why you want to become Jewish? Hey, what you are. You have money. Your uncle Titus is rich. Why do you need all this? You don't need this. Stay goy. The Gemara says, Ribono shel Olam. But you see, the Jewish people, what's going on there, how can you give him a bad advice? Why are you giving him a bad advice? Because of the hate that he has inside. Because he hated the Jews so much. Even he's so jealous, he cannot see somebody become Jewish. Cannot see that, right? By the way, the Rabbi Eliyahu Lapian says, you see something? You take all your trait of characters that you had in this world, you take them to Olam Haba. If you are a jealous person, over there you're going to be a jealous person. If you're an angry person, over there you're going to be an angry person. Okay? He proves it, Rabbi Eliyahu Lapian proves it. How does he prove it? He says, there was periods of time like 300, 400, 500 years ago, there was what's called dibuk. Mm-hmm. It's like an neshama getting into a body of a person, of a living person, right? And he possessed the body, and then the person starts speaking with a loud voice, like this, and he says all kinds of things. And he says that they saw a person, unfortunately, a very nice person, he got possessed with dibuk, that all of a sudden, when he got the dibuk, and he got to speak strangely, he started to ask for cigarettes. So they said, but you never smoked in your life. He says, not me. It's the neshama in him which is asking the cigarettes. He says, Ribono shel Olam, you come out of this world, you go to the next world, and you still want the cigarette. Over there's no cigarette. This is a punishment by itself. You know? But to tell you, if you like cigarettes, don't think you're going to get to the next world, you're going to stop. No, you're going to still want cigarettes. The difference is over there's no cigarettes. No Marlboro, no Time, no Indian cigarettes, nothing. You know? To tell you, Teret HaSinah, look at the hate that he has. So much hate that he had for the Jewish people, he couldn't get rid of it. Right? Why? Because he felt that he failed. And because he felt that he failed, he must get revenge. Which is not the Jewish world, Jewish way. Why? Makatu B'Torah, what it says? Lo tikom v'lo titor. You're not allowed to revenge. Okay? You're not allowed to revenge. He didn't give it to you, he didn't do a favor, so okay. You think it's him? It's not him, it's God. He's just a messenger. If he doesn't want me, Hashem is telling him, don't give it to him. Don't do the favor for him. Don't, you know. So why are you looking at him? He's just a puppet. You know, Shamayim, they said no. So you asked him, but God told him, say no. Okay?
Why would Hashem even consider Balak to save the Jewish people? He's not Jewish, he's God.
Yeah, but he convert. He can convert. Onkelos. Look at Onkelos, what he gave us. Right? Onkelos gave us a whole Torah, a whole translation of the Torah in Aramaic. Okay? He can convert and become something very big. Right? Rabbi Akiva. Right? He gave us things that Moshe Rabbeinu said, wow, he should give the Torah. Right? Once convert, that's it, you become Jewish. So to tell you, Rabotai, Balak, Rabbi Meir Malanes is from Neron Kesar. His great father was Neron Kesar, the Caesar. He wanted to come destroy Jerusalem, ran away, converted, and he had Rabbi Meir Malanes. Okay? Rabbi Akiva, Ben Gerim. Shkama, few of them. Shmaya v'Avtalion, the children, right? Shmaya v'Avtalion, Shayu, the masters, they were the rabbis of Shammai v'Hillel. They were the masters of Shammai v'Hillel. Converts, two converts. Okay? So Hashem doesn't have a problem with this. If your neshama is able to do the mission, you're going to be chosen to. So that's the story. You're going to read Shabbat, the story of Bil'am and Balak. You should know one is an enemy and one is a... מה יצא מבלק בסוף? What happened to Balak?
שמואל המלך.
רות המואביה.
רות, דוד המלך.
שמואל, לא?
רות המואביה.
שמואל קורח.
דוד המלך יצא. כן? דוד המלך. למה? למה? Because he didn't hate us so much. He just wanted to, to put us, to get rid of us nicely, right? So therefore, they explain, how can you give a parasha on the name of a goy? Parashat Balak? He's not Jewish. He never converted. איך אתה קורא לו פרשת בלק? So many Jews, tzaddikim. You don't say Parashat Shammai v'Hillel. You don't say Parashat Rabbi Akiva. Parashat Balak, goy. Because he was an honest goy. He didn't like us, but he didn't hate us. Right? Yitro, right? He converted. At least he converted. Yitro converted. He gave advice to his Moshe Rabbeinu. But this one never converted. But he was honest. Because he was honest, because he was not so much against us, Torah says, you know what? Something big is going to come out of him. Ruth HaMoaviyah, he deserves a name parasha. They give him a parasha. This is Hashem, we cannot choose, but Hashem, right? To tell you, when you read the parashot, you read the characters in the parasha. Balak, Bil'am, you should read Rashi. The whole story, because you read it and you read like pieces, like if you don't see in between the lines, right? It's like pieces. But when you read the Rashi, with all the Midrashim, with all the Chachamim, with all the Gemarot, the picture becomes much more clear. But Hashem should be zochet to learn the parasha the good way. But Hashem yidach. Och Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.
יש לי-
זק ברוך.
I have a